The real Dracula was way more terrifying than any vampire story you've heard. Vlad the Impaler, who ruled Wallachia in the 1400s, got his nickname from his favorite way of killing people, by impaling them on giant wooden stakes. Born into nobility, young Vlad was actually held hostage by the Ottoman Empire as a kid. Talk about childhood trauma. This experience shaped him into the ruthless ruler he'd become. When he finally got his throne in 1456, he went full psycho mode. Here's the wild part. He wasn't just randomly cruel. Vlad had this whole strategy of using fear to keep control. He'd invite hundreds of nobles to fancy dinners, then have them all stabbed and impaled. Power move? More like power massacre. But get this. In Romania, some people actually consider him a hero. Why? Because he stood up to the mighty Ottoman Empire when nobody else would. He even did this crazy night raid trying to assassinate the Sultan himself. It failed. But the audacity. The stories about him are absolutely insane. Once, he supposedly created a forest of impaled bodies just to terrify the Ottoman army. It worked. They were so freaked out they turned back. And when ambassadors refused to remove their hats in his presence, he had them nailed to their heads, like literally nailed. Vlad ruled 3 different times. He kept losing his throne and kept fighting to get it back. Talk about persistence. He finally died in battle in 1476 or 1477. Nobody's quite sure how, but at least he went out fighting. The most ironic part? This dude became the inspiration for Bram Stoker's Dracula centuries later. His dad was part of an order called the Dragon, or Dracula in Romanian. So he was literally son of the dragon, Dracula. But trust me, the real guy was scarier than any fictional vampire. So next time you think vampires are scary, remember, there was this actual historical figure who did things way more horrifying than drinking blood. The real Dracula didn't need supernatural powers to terrify people. He just needed a really tall stake and zero mercy.